Hello, my wonderful friends. Welcome back to our Cozy Corner Wisdom, where we dive into living healthier, happier, and wiser as we embrace our golden years. If you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or even beyond, and you're wondering how to age with grace, vitality, and a big smile without draining your bank account, you've landed in the perfect spot. Picture me as your trusted friend or that family doctor who's seen it all, sitting down with you over a warm cup of tea to share some life-changing secrets. You know, in our fast-paced lives, whether you're in the bustling streets of New York, the charming villages of the UK, or soaking up the sun in Australia, we're constantly bombarded with ads for pricey anti-aging creams, high-end gym memberships, or supplements that promise to turn back time. But here's the truth, straight from the heart. Aging gracefully doesn't require a fortune. Research from places like the Mayo Clinic tells us that up to 80% of how we age comes down to our daily choices, not our genes or how much we spend. Those choices can help us dodge chronic diseases, keep our minds sharp, and fill our days with joy and purpose. In this video, we're going to unpack 7 powerful, budget-friendly secrets to help you live longer, feel stronger, and embrace every moment of your life with confidence. These aren't just tips. They're backed by science, inspired by real people, and designed to fit into your life without costing a dime, or at least very little. Stick with me until the end, because I'll share how you can start weaving these habits into your routine today, setting you up for a vibrant future. So, grab a notebook, get comfy, and let's embark on this journey together. Trust me, your future self is already cheering you on. Let's kick things off with our first secret, the cornerstone of aging well. Keep your body moving every single day with gentle, cost-free activities. As we hit our middle years and beyond, our bodies start sending signals. Maybe a stiff knee here, a tired back there, reminding us to stay active. But here's the good news. You don't need a fancy gym, expensive equipment, or a personal trainer to stay fit. Research from Harvard Medical School, a leader in health studies, shows that regular, moderate movement, like a daily walk, can reduce your risk of heart disease by up to 30%, lift your mood, improve joint health, and even add years to your life. The magic lies in consistency, not intensity, and it's all about finding joy in motion. Let me share a story that brings this to life. Meet Tom, a 68-year-old retired schoolteacher from a small town in Texas, where the wide-open spaces invite early morning strolls. Tom spent decades sitting at a desk, grading papers, or later in retirement, sinking into his couch with reruns of classic westerns. But after a routine checkup flagged high blood pressure and a few extra pounds, his doctor gave him a gentle nudge. Get moving. Tom didn't have the budget for a gym membership, and honestly, he wasn't keen on sweating out with weights. So, he started simple. Every morning, he'd slip on his old sneakers, the ones he'd worn to coach Little League years ago, and walk around his neighborhood park. He'd listen to Johnny Cash through his earbuds, waving to neighbors watering their lawns. Starting with just 20 minutes, he gradually worked up to 45, sometimes joined by a retired buddy or two. Within 6 months, Tom dropped 15 pounds. His blood pressure stabilized without new meds, and he felt a spark of energy he hadn't known in years. He even started a weekly walking group, turning exercise into a social event filled with laughter and stories. Tom says, "It's not just about my body. It's about feeling alive again, and it didn't cost me a cent." How can you make this work for you? Start with 30 minutes of movement most days. Break it into 10-minute chunks if that's easier. Walking is perfect because it's free, low impact, and accessible almost anywhere, whether you're in a city like Chicago or a quiet suburb in Manchester. If mobility is a challenge, try chair yoga or gentle stretching. Free videos abound on YouTube from certified instructors. The National Institute on Aging highlights that even light activity boosts circulation, eases joint pain, and releases endorphins, those natural mood lifters that combat the loneliness or stress that can creep in as we age. Make it yours. Pair your walk with a favorite podcast, audiobook from your library's free app, or even some classic tunes. My Aunt Susan in Chicago at 72 dances to Motown hits in her living room. She calls it her daily dose of joy that keeps her hips loose and her heart young. Over time, you'll notice better sleep, sharper focus, and a renewed sense of confidence. This isn't about running marathons. It's about small, joyful steps that keep your body thriving. Let's keep moving forward. Our second secret is all about nourishing your body with wholesome, affordable foods that fuel longevity without breaking the bank. In our Western world, grocery stores tempt us with processed snacks, sugary drinks, and so-called superfoods with sky-high price tags. It's easy to think eating healthy is a luxury reserved for those with deep pockets. But the American Heart Association sets the record straight. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can slash your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers, potentially adding a decade or more to your healthy years. And the best part? These foods are often the cheapest options out there. Think apples, carrots, oats, lentils, or eggs, staples you can find at any supermarket or local market without splurging. Let's meet Sarah, a 65-year-old widow from a cozy suburb just outside London, where the cost of living can pinch even the savviest budgeter. After losing her husband, Sarah leaned on convenience foods, frozen pizzas, biscuits, and takeout to cope with lonely evenings. But constant fatigue and a doctor's warning about high cholesterol shook her awake. She couldn't afford organic everything or trendy meal kits, so she got resourceful. Sarah started visiting her local farmer's market late in the day, when vendors offered deals on slightly imperfect produce like tomatoes, spinach, or sweet potatoes. She taught herself simple recipes: a hearty lentil soup that lasted all week, fresh salads with whatever was in season, and overnight oats topped with bananas she bought in bulk. She swapped sodas for tap water with a splash of lemon from her backyard tree. Within 6 months, Sarah's cholesterol levels dropped significantly. Her energy soared, and she was saving enough on groceries to treat herself to a monthly book club outing. Her doctor was stunned, saying, "Sarah, you're proof food is medicine." Her story shows that eating well isn't about expense. It's about intention. Here's your action plan. Audit your kitchen and stock up on budget-friendly staples like brown rice, canned beans, rinse-cut sodium, and frozen veggies. They're often cheap and fresh and just as nutritious. Check weekly sales at stores like Aldi, Walmart, or Tesco, a classic money-saving habit in the US and UK. Try batch cooking. A big pot of vegetable chili or minestrone uses affordable ingredients and fights inflammation with antioxidants. Hydrate with 8 glasses of water daily, maybe flavored with mint or cucumber from a cheap grocery haul. If portion control feels tricky in our portion-heavy Western culture, use smaller plates to savor each bite mindfully. The payoff? Stable blood sugar, glowing skin, a happier gut, and a body ready to tackle the day. This isn't about deprivation. It's about rediscovering the joy of real food that honors your health. Ready for the next secret? Secret number 3 tackles a silent thief of youth: stress. As we age, life throws curveballs, health worries, family changes, or the quiet ache of transitions like retirement or an empty nest. The National Institute on Aging warns that chronic stress spikes cortisol, a hormone that ages us prematurely by damaging skin, weakening immunity, and even shortening telomeres, the protective caps on our DNA that keep cells youthful. Left unchecked, stress can lead to insomnia, heart strain, and a heavier emotional load. But here's the beautiful part. You don't need expensive therapy or wellness retreats to tame it. Free practices like mindfulness, deep breathing, or journaling can transform how you feel, backed by decades of research. Let me introduce Evelyn, a 70-year-old retiree from Sydney, Australia, where the beaches are stunning but life's pressures still linger. After her husband passed, Evelyn was swamped with grief and anxiety, worrying about finances and feeling adrift in her new reality. Therapy wasn't in her budget, and she wasn't sure where to turn. A friend suggested meditation, and while classes were out of reach, Evelyn found a free app called Insight Timer. She started with 10-minute guided sessions each morning, sitting on her porch, listening to the waves and focusing on her breath. She'd inhale deeply, exhale slowly, letting worries drift like clouds. Over weeks, she added body scans, releasing tension from shoulders that had carried years of caregiving. The results were profound. Her anxiety softened, her sleep deepened, and her blood pressure dropped. Her doctor cut one of her meds. Evelyn says, "Those quiet moments gave me back my peace, like finding a hidden room inside myself." Her story proves that calm is within reach, no wallet required. Your turn. Try the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8 a method from Dr. Andrew while that calms the nervous system instantly. Do it during your morning coffee or before bed for 5 minutes. Journaling is another gem. Spend 10 minutes nightly writing down 3 things you're grateful for, like a kind neighbor or a sunny day. Studies from the University of California show mindfulness reduces stress hormones and strengthens brain areas tied to emotional balance. In our go-go-go Western lifestyles, where busy is a badge of honor, pausing to breathe or reflect feels like a radical act of self-care. It builds resilience, sharpens focus, and invites a sense of peace that's worth more than any spa day. Let's keep going. We're halfway there. Secret 4 is about weaving a safety net of social connections, a cornerstone of health that's often overlooked. As we age, life shifts. Kids moving away, retirement, or losing loved ones can leave us feeling isolated. A groundbreaking study from Brigham Young University found that loneliness is as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, increasing risks of depression, dementia, and even early death. Yet, building meaningful relationships doesn't require fancy dinners or exotic trips. It's about investing time and heart into the people around you, creating bonds that nourish body and soul. Meet Mike, a 62-year-old from New York City, where the hustle never stops. After his kids moved cross-country, Mike's evenings were lonely, filled with the hum of the TV and little else. He felt purposeless, and his mood was dipping. Then he stumbled across a flyer for a free walking group at his local community center. No fees, just show up with a smile. Hesitant at first, Mike joined and found himself swapping stories about everything from baseball to grandkids. Those walks turned into coffee chats, then potluck dinners where everyone brought a dish. Affordable and fun. Mike's world brightened. His loneliness faded. His laughter returned. And his doctor noted improved mood and even better blood sugar control. These folks are my lifeline, Mike says. His story shows how connection heals in ways medicine can't. Here's how to start. Commit to one social outreach a week. Call a friend, visit a neighbor, or volunteer at a local library or church. Join free community groups like book clubs or gardening clubs, often listed at senior centers or online. If you're tech savvy, explore free online forums or Facebook groups for seniors. There are vibrant communities for everything from knitting to history buffs. In our independence-loving Western cultures, reaching out can feel vulnerable, but it's a strength. These connections lower stress, boost cognition, and give life meaning. A currency richer than gold. Let's pause and reflect on who you might call today before we move on. Secret 5 is a game changer. Prioritize quality sleep with simple, cost-free habits. Sleep often becomes elusive as we age. Menopause, stress, or aches can disrupt it. But poor sleep accelerates cognitive decline, weakens immunity, and increases fall risks, according to the Sleep Foundation. The good news? You don't need pricey gadgets or pills to sleep better. Small tweaks to your routine can work wonders. Consider Linda, a 67-year-old from sunny California. After menopause, insomnia hit hard, leaving her groggy and irritable. She'd scroll her phone late at night, sipping coffee to stay awake. Then she learned about sleep hygiene from a free library talk. Linda started dimming lights 2 hours before bed, swapping screens for a paperback novel, and drinking chamomile tea. A bag costs pennies. She kept her bedroom cool, dark, and quiet, and stuck to a 10 p.m. bedtime. Within weeks, she was sleeping 7 solid hours. Her memory sharpened, and she had energy to tend her garden again. Sleep is my superpower now. Linda laughs. Your plan. Create a wind-down routine. Read, listen to soft music, or sip herbal tea. Avoid caffeine after noon, and keep naps under 20 minutes. Make your bedroom a sleep haven. Dark curtains, a fan for cool air, no electronics. These habits repair cells, balance hormones, and lift mood, essential for aging gracefully. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's a necessity you can claim for free. Secret 6 keeps your mind as vibrant as your spirit. Engage in lifelong learning. No tuition required. The Alzheimer's Association says mental stimulation can slow cognitive decline and reduce dementia risk. Free resources like libraries, apps, or puzzles are your allies. Robert, a 75-year-old from Manchester, UK, felt his mind stagnating post-retirement. Worried about memory lapses, he tried Duolingo's free Spanish lessons. 15 minutes daily led to reading Spanish novels and joining online language chats. His memory improved and he felt young again. Try library books, free Coursera courses, or daily crosswords. In our knowledge-rich world, curiosity keeps your brain sharp and life exciting. Our final secret is cultivating gratitude for a positive outlook. University of California research shows positivity reduces inflammation and heart risks. Grace, a 71-year-old Canadian, battled depression after losing her spouse. A gratitude journal, noting 3 daily blessings like a warm meal or a grandchild's call, lifted her mood and stress. Start with nightly reflections or affirmations like, I am strong. In our forward-focused culture, gratitude anchors us, fostering health and joy. Wow! Friends, what a journey. Let's recap our 7 secrets. Daily movement, wholesome foods, stress management, social connections, quality sleep, lifelong learning, and gratitude. Backed by science. Inspired by Tom, Sarah, Evelyn, Mike, Linda, Robert, and Grace. These are your tools to age with grace without spending a fortune. Aging isn't about fighting time. It's about embracing it with vitality. Pick one secret and start today. Maybe a walk or a gratitude note. Comment below which will you try first. Like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs this. You're incredible, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.